In the last video, we tested the bottom navigation bar and we have seen that the tabs update correctly when we tap on them. So our next goal is to show the correct page for each tab. But how should we do that? Well, in the Cupertino Home scaffold, we have a Cupertino tab view with a builder that we can use to return a widget, and we are given an index to the tab that needs to be built. So what I'm going to suggest is that here we define a new map object of type tab item and widget builder. And this will be a getter variable called widget builders. And this getter has a body that returns a map, and inside here we can define some key value pairs. So the first one is called tab item.jobs, and the value is going to be a closure with a context which we don't need at the moment, so I can use underscore, and here we can return jobs page like this, which I need to import as well. And then I can define the remaining pairs. So here I can add tab item.entries, and here I can just return a container because I haven't defined the entries page yet, and I can do the same for the account tab as well. And now that I have created this map, we can update the tab builder code to get a final item equals tab item.values of index. And this builder can now return widget builders of item with context as a parameter like this. Okay, so let me explain this code once again. In order to create the various tabs, we need to use a Cupertino tab view, and this gives us a widget builder. But we need more than just one builder. In fact, we need a builder for each tab. So the main idea here is to define a map that we can use to get the correct widget builder depending on the tab item. And once we have this, all we have to do is to return the widget builder for the given item and give it the build context. So this may seem complicated, but it means that if we want, we can declare the widget builders as key value pairs. And if we want, we can even move this map outside the Cupertino Home scaffold widget. And I think this is actually a good idea to move this map from here. So I'm going to cut it, and then inside the home page over here, so that the Cupertino Home scaffold doesn't make any assumptions about how to build each tab. So I just need to import the jobs page over here, and then inside the Cupertino Home scaffold, I'm going to get an error because this variable is now not defined. So what I'm going to do is to add the widget builders as a final variable like this, and I'm also going to add it as a required argument to the constructor like this. And finally, all I need to do is to remember to pass the widget builders as a variable when I call the Cupertino Home scaffold. And now the home page knows how to build the different pages, while the Cupertino Home scaffold just takes the builders as an argument. Okay, so let's test this, and if I hot reload, I can see that the jobs page now appears inside the jobs tab. However, I can see that there is a problem because we used to have a floating action button over here, and this has now been obscured by the bottom navigation. In any case, we will deal with this problem later, but for now we can see that we can switch between tabs, and our jobs page is now inside one of the tabs. Not only that, but if we want, we can select any of these jobs, and we can see that a new route is pushed into the navigation stack, but the bottom navigation stays in place. And we can even select a different tab, and when we come back to the jobs tab, then the navigation stack is preserved. And this is exactly what we wanted, so mission accomplished. Okay, so let's continue on the next video.